I cannot express how long I've been waiting for this news to come. I've waited since June of 2016 for this announcement to finally happen.
Who loves me even though I'm crazy, and nothing that I say is true? Who won my heart and soul forever? It's nobody else but each time I feel I'm out to pasture. Who always makes me feel brand new? I'm pledging my allegiance, baby, to nobody else but you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Sal Says It, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Broadway transfer of the SpongeBob Musical. Now, if you couldn't guess by that intro, I have waited for this announcement for so long. Like, I loved this show so much, so I'm going to give you some background. It had its pre-Broadway premiere in Chicago last year in June to July, and I ended up seeing it. I did rush tickets for it. Like, it had been after it opened. It was running for a couple weeks at that point. And I walked into the theater and I was amazed. Like, I could not believe the production quality that went into the show. And then when the show started, it was clearly evident within the show itself how much work was put into this show. And I loved it so much that I ended up getting tickets for the final show, second row, and I saw it again because they had a great discount code, and I fell in love with it even more. I wasn't expecting to like the show as much as I did, and as you can see, I really liked it. I bought the shirt. It was honestly, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not a show that's great. It's not a show that's the best show ever written. But I walked out of that theater and I just loved every minute I spent in that theater. It was just such a heartfelt show. And I'm not even talking about in terms of the show. It was just the show itself was heartfelt. It made you feel like a kid again. It made you enjoy things. And it was shocking to me because I grew up liking SpongeBob, but I didn't, love SpongeBob like enough to like say that, oh my god, a musical needs to be made about that one day. And especially last summer when I saw the two pre-Broadway shows I saw were Warpaint and the SpongeBob Musical, and it didn't take long for Warpaint to announce that it was going to Broadway, but the SpongeBob Musical, it wasn't getting announced, and I couldn't understand why, because there was the Chicago production had good reviews and a good audience selling, from what I gathered on everything. And so finally today they announced that it's coming to Broadway, and I am so ecstatic, even though I know I'm never going to get the chance to see it on Broadway. It's just a show that's really stuck with me for a long time, and I've listened to a lot of the songs over and over on various ways of which you can. Just great songs too, and shockingly they all fit well together, even though they're all written by different composers. And there's just the song "Just a Simple Sponge" is my absolute favorite song of the show. When it hits Broadway and you guys see it, it's gonna wow you. It's written by Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco. You can't go wrong with that. And I want to say Sarah Bareilles, her song "Poor Pirates," was not something that you would expect Sarah Bareilles would have wrote. And the one thing that makes me really kind of excited about this too is that it's going to the Palace Theater, where my current favorite musical of all time, Sunset Boulevard, is playing. And so it kind of is just fitting to me, because there was the rumor for the long time that the show was going to go to the Marquis Theater, and I posted something the other day actually about, like, since On Your Feet is leaving, because a year ago yesterday I saw On Your Feet pre-Broadway 2 years before, and so I posted that, and then someone told me that Escape from Margaritaville, which coincidentally is another pre-Broadway in Chicago show that's coming, is taking that theater through, and they found out through Ticketmaster. And so I was like, oh, and I was worried that was going to be a big deal for the SpongeBob Musical, because the rumor was for the long time that they wanted the Marquis Theater, and thankfully they are taking the Palace Theater, which I think is a great choice. I did a little looking at it today, and it would fit. It's, I think, significantly smaller than the Oriental, but I think that they can fit it in there nicely, because, oh my gosh, we're talking, this set is so cool. It is awesome, and I can't fathom how good this show is, and how that the only way you can enjoy it is if you don't go in expecting something like Sunset Boulevard, which is taking place. Don't expect something that's makes you think or do that. This show is just fun. It's for kids. It's for adults. There's some good songs. There's the cast. Like, this is what I've been wanting to talk about. I have never seen a single-handedly talented cast like this in my entire viewing of shows. I mean, the cast is just incredible. They can't, there's nothing that they can't do. Ethan Slater as SpongeBob is honestly one of the best performances I've seen live on stage. He is so talented. And it's incredible to me that he's worked on the show for almost 5 years, and now it's finally gonna go to Broadway, and I'm so excited for all of them. It's oh my gosh, who else can I talk about? Danny Skinner, who was Patrick, is so wonderful. Gavin Lee, they've announced, I actually have the thing up here on my laptop. I think they've announced that all the main leads are going to be coming back, and I assume even the ones they haven't announced yet, like Carlos Lopez as Mr. Krabs. The only person who I don't think might be coming back is Emmy Raver. I'm sorry if I said her name wrong, but she was Pearl, but she's currently on tour in Hamilton. She's Peggy, or not Peggy, I'm sorry, but I don't know Hamilton. Oh, Angelica, that's the word. So I don't know if she'll want to come back to this per se. She gets a great song in it, though, I'll tell you that. I'm really just hoping that they tighten up the book a little bit more before the show comes to Broadway. That would be helpful, I think. But yeah, all in all, just, man, this made my day, announcing that this show is coming to Broadway, and finally more people get to see it, and hopefully more people love it. I find a lot of people judge it, and they say it's not the greatest thing they've ever seen. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing you're ever gonna see, but I feel like you're never gonna see a cast this multi-talented in what they can do, and so many things. They were on roller skates, they were doing dramatic acting, they were singing, gosh, I can't even think of what else they were doing. Gosh, I'm gonna miss out on so many people that are so important to the show, but I am so, to the production team, to the cast, I'm so happy for you guys. I wanted this just as much as you probably wanted this. It's just a show that's really stuck with me, and I'm really glad I got the opportunity to see it twice, because it's just it's such a cute show, honestly, and I actually have one of my playbills from the show up there. Oh gosh, I like I said, I'm so happy right now. Like, this is what I've waited for so long, and oh god, like, this is great. Like, this is like honestly the best day ever because of this announcement. I really hope I could make the chance to see it on Broadway, but if I couldn't make it on Broadway to see my favorite show, Sunset Boulevard, I don't think I'm gonna get the chance to see SpongeBob again. But congrats to the cast. Ethan Slater is just finishing up a run in Baghdaddy. Off Broadway, so congrats to him. I'm not exactly sure what everyone else is doing in the cast. I haven't heard too much from it, but I'm sure they were probably waiting for this announcement. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about, I forgot about this. They're renaming the show ever so slightly. So as you can see, it was called the SpongeBob Musical, and now it's just going to be called SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't know if the musical was added after that, but from what I could find, yeah, it just says SpongeBob SquarePants, and I saw a poster for it, but I do not know. I guess the title doesn't really matter, but I think SpongeBob SquarePants is kind of dull in comparison to the SpongeBob Musical. But if that's what it takes to get to Broadway, I guess that's fine. I mean, no big deal. The one thing I'm concerned about is that they have new artwork that's just like the Bikini Bottom Sea. I'm really hoping hang on, I'll just pull this out real quick. I'm really hoping that they don't... like I said, I'm really hoping they don't undo this. I think that this was such a clever poster because they didn't try and hide the fact that they're not using, those giant costumes or anything like that. But, I love this poster, and I actually have a bigger one of it in my other side of my room. But, so yeah, if you guys can, I'm not sure if tickets are on sale yet, but when tickets are, if you're on Broadway, please go see it. I am advising you to. It's such a good show. You will not be disappointed by the cast, by the set, by the direction. Tina Landau is an incredible director. She's works at Steppenwolf here in Chicago, proud representative of Chicago. So yeah, I can't wait. Congrats, guys. I hope you guys have a great Broadway run, last as long as you possibly can. Go on tour again, or not again. Go on tour afterwards. But congrats to the whole production team. You guys did it, and this is gonna be good. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. If you're in the cast and watch this, thank you even more for watching this. But please comment if you want to have any questions about the show. I can answer them for you. So yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day.